Wild Lotus Tarot into your tarot reading for March. A little bit late, Saggy, but I have been sick, so you may notice that some of this has already resonated, but we still have obviously a little bit of March to go. So I'm getting started here with the Sacred Power reading cards. We're then going to the Work Your Light Oracle, drawing your lead tarot card from the Moonchild Tarot, and I'll then use the Rider-Waite and the Starchild Tarot Akashic for the tarot positions. So just while we get your oracles out, that was a drop on the floor, let me start that again. Just so that you know that I am on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. All the links are down below, and should you want to arrange a personal reading, Saggy, the link to my website is also down there as well. So can we have one card? Okay, let's see what we've got. Starting with the first one, we've got Truth. Well, we can see in this picture here, there's someone taking off their mask. It could mean that maybe you are becoming more authentic, able to express yourself, to embody your truth, to shine bright and be all of who you are unapologetically. Or maybe somebody else around you is taking off a mask. Maybe they've been a little bit inconsistent with their behavior, showing you the best of them when maybe there's something else going on under the scenes. There could be a truth revealed, a truth exposed, a secret, some information, and we will see how that plays out. Beautiful. We've got transformation, the phoenix rising, very much like the death energy, the energy of Scorpio, that says that by ending cycles, allowing to purge, clearing the slate, we can transform our reality because we have space to offer in the new. That doesn't make sense, does it? To welcome in the new. You know, if we've had tower moments as well, when a tower falls in our lives, loss of a job, a relationship, home, that kind of thing, we have this opportunity to rebuild from that rubble, to rise, to strengthen, to learn, to grow, and ultimately to transform. And I've got Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. Saggy, you are the oracle. Absolutely. You're ascending in some way. You are growing spiritually. You're awakening. You're holding more light. In order to hold more light, we drop density. We drop what isn't in alignment with us. We drop the heavier emotions of guilt and shame, and we start to move into joy and harmony and happiness. We drop situations and people that are no longer in alignment. So you might be going through one of these kind of alchemical times in your life where you really notice that your frequency is shifting. And it says here, Saggy, that you are the oracle, meaning that you can trust the wisdom within you. The wisdom that we seek is always within us. Sorry about that, Saggy. That was a delivery at the door. So what I was saying is that the wisdom that we seek is within us. We can trust our own inner guidance, but sometimes it's just peeling back the layers so that we can actually feel, tune in, and sense the guidance that is coming through us from Source and our higher self. I'm going to take that one. It's calling to me. I'm going to trust it. I'm going to trust my inner guidance. Two of Wands. Yeah, because maybe you are at a crossroads. The Two of Wands is somebody who is broadening their horizons, who is getting ready to make a bold move forward towards their passions, towards their purpose, towards their power. And it's realizing that you really have the whole world in your hands, Saggy. There's so many different options available to you. When we see no options, it's generally just because we're limiting ourselves. At the moment, you might be sort of within your comfort zone and kind of looking out there and going, I really want to take that big, bold move. But there's a sense of trying to get up that strength and courage to leap beyond what you know. So let's see where this is all going, Saggy, in the tarot. We'll just make some room there. Just going to say, Saggy, it's always when I do tarot that I get deliveries. It's just like, they must know. She's doing the cards. Let's drop off that delivery she's been waiting for. But anyway, it's all perfect. And I've now got the items that I ordered. So let's draw the energy for the recent past. Hierophant, number 5, point of change. Taurian energy from the major arcana. Blocks, obstacles, challenges, Saggy. What might be in your way from moving forward, from broadening your horizons, from making a decision? Oh, the Star. Maybe healing. Maybe really trying to decide what is that divine purpose that you're here for in this lifetime, in the 3D world, in the earth plane. Advice from Spirit or Tarot. So your energy, Saggies, Temperance in the major arcana and the 10 of Pentacles. Well, you've got some powerhouse energies here. Some real powerhouse energies. Look at both of those characters there with the 2 cups. There's this real sense of processing, of doing the alchemy. And the Hanged Man. Look at that 4 from 4 major arcana. It's a lot. It's a lot. Let's go for the clarifiers. Yeah, I do feel like you are waiting for some kind of Knight of Wands, the you again, Saggy. You're waiting for some kind of information, some kind of truth, some kind of inspiration, maybe on what way to move forward. And I'm feeling, yeah, it's finding purpose, I think. Wheel of Fortune, oh my gosh. It's 5 from 6 major arcana. All the major arcana. All the major arcana. 6 of Pentacles, a minor for a change. Five of Swords. There's a bit of conflict there. Let's grab one more for that. So what I'm hearing is finding your divine purpose after a period of change, or after a period where you've gone through a tower and it's like you've arrived at this kind of clearing, or like you are standing in the rubble with that tower burnt down around you, and you're going, okay, well, I have this kind of unique opportunity to rebuild, to recreate, to rebirth, but there's a sense of not being quite sure what direction to go in. 10 of Cups, we want to make sure we're heading in that direction for absolute sure. The Star is again at the bottom of the deck, one of my favorite cards. So you have got some beautifully, powerfully strong energies here, Saggy. Let's jump in. And I say that about the Tower and the Death because of the Transformation Oracle card, and we have the Star and the Temperance, and the Star follows on from the Tower and Temperance follows on from Death. So we're in an aftermath. In an aftermath, and the wheel is turning for you, right? So there's a sense here that the Divine had to bring down some constructs in your life before the new could come in. Sometimes we have to loosen the grip and let go before the next karmic chapter opens up for you. And you're being asked to have faith. Have faith in the process. Hierophant, you're at the 5. You're at the point of change, and it's the decisions that you make in the here and now that are going to determine what 10 you get to. Well, Saggy, you've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups in this reading, which are my 2 best life cards. You just, you know, if you had the 4 of Wands, you would have the triple whammy here. So that's where we want to head. And double star energy, guys. This is stars aligning for you, wheels turning, big fortune changes. I feel that what is changing for you is that you are now aligning to your truth. And you are re-emerging as that firebird that you are in all your glory, unapologetically you. There's a sense of coming out. Some of you might have withheld about who you truly are, like maybe coming out with your sexuality, maybe coming out as a tarot reader when you've been in corporate. It's like the sense of like unleashing yourself on the world. The Hierophant is about values and challenging tradition. There's a sense here of you stepping into the road less followed, the road less travelled, and going in your own direction. So generally the Hierophant talks about, you know, in the first part of our lives, we generally go along with the values that have been imposed on us by society, maybe by the education system, maybe by you know, our time early in our career when we're establishing ourselves and exploring our talents and that kind of thing. And most importantly, of course, our parents, right? They are our key custodians, and that period from 0 to 7 years old is basically when we form our full character. And we kind of go through life with that blueprint, I'm hearing, blueprint. And we know what happens with a blueprint. That's what the architect uses to build the towers. So all the towers in your life, the relationship, the career, where you live, the kind of home you live in, the way you love, they are your towers, and they're built on the blueprint that has been passed to you. And then at a time in our lives, we have an awakening. It's generally called the midlife crisis, but it can happen earlier and it can happen later. That crisis is when we wake up one day and we go, I don't think that's not my blueprint. Well, it's built this tower, but this tower doesn't work for me. It's not my truth. I feel really strange in this construct. I feel limited. It's not where I wanted to be. This is not how I imagined my life. What's going on? And we feel very alienated in our own life. That's awakening. And then there's this kind of this period where we feel very out of sorts. And we might for a while, you know, push on through, and we're in the kind of, we're in the time where we try and make it work and it just doesn't. And then we get to a point where we can't push anymore, we can't hold on anymore, and our towers start to fall and things crumble away. Long story short, I think that's the process that you've been in if this is your reading, and you are now finding your way. You are now starting to live by your values, and that is what you're going to carry forth and into the next frontier of your life. Knight of Wands moves powerfully forward in the direction of passion and purpose. It is your card, so that is what I'm feeling, and from that place you can manifest the life that is divinely meant for you. The life that is divinely meant for you, Sagittarius, the star and the wheel of fortune. That wheel is now turning in the direction of your divine wishes, the star. So here we go, you know, there's this real time of like tipping out the values of the past. Yes, it served me up until now, but now I'm going my own way. Yeah, there's vulnerability, and I'm stripping bare, and I'm peeling the onion, and I'm shedding the old skins so that I can rise as that phoenix. Stars are aligning, and you can trust in that guidance. So the Wheel of Fortune is about a big karmic cycle ending and stepping into the new. Can be a 10-year energy. It's like you're setting up for the next decade here. And it's saying that this is kind of like divine timing, where this file from your Akashic records just got loaded, and it's like, let's wake them up now. You know, wakey, wakey, here's your real life. It's time to start it. That's what I'm kind of feeling. So there's going to be healing that needs to happen. There's going to be processing, regrounding, and all of those kinds of things. But we just have this beautiful energy of finding yourself, finding your truth. And that's just when life starts getting really juicy. 10 of Pentacles, Temperance, 6 of Pentacles. So 6 of Pentacles is tables are turning, getting ready to receive the divine rewards and the divine gifts that come through being in your power, come from living your truth in alignment. Like when you step out in the world as who you are and you're running that static current, you just watch what's attracted to you. Perfect partner, home, money, abundance, perfect job. But it all starts with doing that inner work, doing that inner alchemy and processing, becoming stable again, mentally, emotionally, physically, realizing that, yeah, look, we're letting go of the past. We're being guided forward. We're listening to that guidance. We're using it as that, you know, that inner compass. We are the pillar of light. We're awakening to that. We are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. And when we kind of have all those pieces are just falling into place, and that's when the path, illuminates and that sun energy comes up, which is the healing, the bright future ahead, the rebirth. So that's what I'm seeing there. Getting ready to receive, you know, the real goods and gifts of life. So it's feeling like quite a spiritual reading, Saggy. Sometimes it comes out like this. What we need to make sure is that we don't look back. I feel like if we look back or we question the process, that's when we become challenged and we can be in that internal conflict. It can also, this for me is also that energy of trying to stop or push down the process of this awakening that we're going through and trying to stay in the old, trying not to acknowledge it, trying to ignore it, and then all of a sudden it's just like we end up in this very abrasive energy and we start having conflicts where we've never experienced conflict. We've never been a person that triggers others or is triggered or is reactionary. And that's what I'm kind of feeling. We need to know when to retreat, because it's saying, you know what, it's time to retreat from the old. So I feel like there could be a little bit of a holding pattern until we fully accept that things are changing and we're heading in a new direction in our lives. There's a sense of needing to die the death of the Hanged Man, which is really accepting the past. And it's that moment of acceptance that leads to the liberation. You've slowly but surely been getting some kind of enlightenment or some kind of cosmic shift here. That's what the Hanged Man does. And then, yeah, you're actually basically really starting to live now. That's what I'm feeling. It's also about seeing things from a whole different perspective now. That's might be how you're feeling. Like your values have changed, your ideas have changed, and all of a sudden you're like stepping out in life and you're just seeing in Technicolor for the first time. But ultimately, where this process will lead, if we surrender and enjoy the ride, taking the inspired action that we feel called to, is the 10 of Cups. True fulfillment, true happiness and joy that comes from living from the heart, because that's basically what this process is, coming out of ego and into heart, because that's where our true guidance and our true values lies. It's the values of others that are coming through the intellectual channel. From that place we can build our best life, attract the partner, build a beautiful family, be attracted to the place that's right for us. So it is a journey to your truth, a journey to your transformation, and a journey to accepting that, you know, you really are that spiritual being and it's time to go your own way. Saggy, I'm going to leave it there before I go on all day about this. I hope you enjoyed the reading and I wish you all the best if this is your story. I think we're all on this process in one form or another, so I think pieces of it will resonate. If you're called to share, drop me a comment. I do read them all and try to respond to as many as I can. Helps me get to know you guys, connect with your energy and see what's happening out there in the collective. Saggy, has been a pleasure. I will see you back here for another one throughout the month.